If you guys can take a seat, we're going to get started. Let's have a word of praise to start. Heavenly Father, Lord, thank you so much for giving us another day of life. Thank you for bringing us here together. As we're going to have this assembly, let it be a blessing to all of us and for us to learn something new. Thank you for taking care of us and giving us the blessings that we have. We love you so much. In Jesus' name I pray, amen.
I'm going to ask Chaplain Rufo to come up. We're going to have a couple of announcements.
I was going to say good morning. Good afternoon. Yay. Wow, you seem so excited. All right, it's real quick. Stacy, can you just stand up real quick? Can you stand up? Can you all welcome Stacy? So this is Stacy's first time in Texas. She actually works in Illinois. She's born and raised in Illinois, right? So, yeah, not too far from Chicago. She's recruiting here for Camp Akita, which is in Illinois. So if you don't got something to go, you don't have anything going on this summer, they're paying minimum. No, I don't know. They're paying enough. You can get it matched just like all your other camp stuff. Please visit her either in the library or in the cafeteria. Today, you're here till Thursday morning. So today, tomorrow. After that, probation will close. Thank you very much.
All right, I'm going to have, let's see, we have another announcement from Keith from SA. Where's Keith?
Hello, everybody. How are you guys doing? All right, we have a few announcements for SA. The first one is that we're having a movie night on Thursday, just after the last classes of the day. It's going to be at 8 o'clock. You can go on our Instagram page, and you can vote on the movie that you would like to watch. We're going to start serving some food at 7:30. All right, it's going to be in Wharton Auditorium, so we're going to have food at 7:30, and then the movie will start at 8 p.m. All right, and then we also have some mimosa announcements. Before I give it to Sammy to give some more updates, I'm going to do a real quick recap again. All right, so we have the date, which is April 2nd. The attire is black tie attire. It doesn't have to be black like the color, but just that's the formal wear. And the other thing was the price. So for overall, the price is $35 for people who are not SWAU students, all right? And so for students, there's a discount, right? So we have a $5 discount from SA, and we also have a $5 discount from another sponsor. And so that's for students who have their ID. You guys it's $25, all right? And so Sammy's going to give some more updates. Yes, sorry. The tickets, so they're available now to purchase. You can go to the cashier's office, and you'll pay there. We're getting ready to print the physical tickets. So if you go now, you may not get the physical ticket just yet, but everyone will be able to get a physical ticket to Mimosa. So.
Okay, so we have just a few more updates on Mimosa for you guys. The first one is, where will Mimosa be? Mimosa will be at a venue called the Dallas Oasis, and if you're not looking for it now or later, you will see this information later again. It's going to be at the Dallas Oasis. The theme name, so you already know that the theme is, not the theme, but like the dress wear is cocktail formal. The theme will be Rumor Has It. And yes, ticket details and everything else you need to know will be coming out in an email and on the SA Instagram page. The time will start at 5 p.m. at the Dallas Oasis.
Yeah, so just keep checking our Instagram for a few more smaller announcements, but that's basically everything you guys need to know. So you guys can start getting your dresses, all that stuff, start buying your tickets, and yeah, we hope to see you guys there. At the cashier's office, yes. You can buy your tickets at the cashier's office.
Thank you, Keith. All right, so hopefully as you were coming in, you received a ticket for an event that we have going on tonight. So raise your hand if you did not receive one. Tonight we have Samson, who will be presenting a workshop. He is our speaker today, and he will be presenting tonight in the Pachero 126. If you received a ticket, you can redeem that to get some free aguas frescas. So we're going to have some homemade horchata and pineapple juice. We also will be giving away some prizes as well. So be sure you fill the back side of that ticket. So if you did not receive one, I have our core coaches, our Pathways team, who can help pass those out to any of you who did not receive one. So later this week, I believe we also have a retirement party for Chef. That will be on, actually today, here at 3 p.m. So please do stop by and give him a big thanks for all his hard work that he's done for us here at the university and cooking our meals. And then please don't forget that on March 26th is the night at the Meyerson. So if you have not registered for that, that's on our next slide, please be sure to do that. And then on April 11th, it is registration. So please be sure that if you have not reached out to your advisor to figure out what classes you need to take for fall, please do that. We want you to be well prepared and be able to have all your classes in check on April 11th. And then March 31st is the last day to withdraw from a class. So make note of these important dates. And then, of course, we're super excited that Thursday is your last day this week, and spring break will be here. So we hope you have a restful spring break. Enjoy it. Put those studies aside. Give yourself a break. It is well needed. All right, thank you.
Just one quick reminder for freshmen who are here. This takes over your Habits for Success course. Our guest speaker today is Samson Cepeda. It's important that you pay very close attention if you're a freshman because you have an assignment over this. So just wanted to put that out there so you kind of think about it before he comes up and you know how to submit your reflection. So it is my pleasure to introduce Samson. He has been writing, teaching, and speaking for over 5 years, and he is currently the lead pastor at the First Adventist Church in Tulsa, Oklahoma. He is currently working on his master's in organizational leadership in Oral Roberts University. Working with several universities and high schools, Samson has a passion for young people and seeing them become the leaders they were created to be. He is a SWAU alum from the class of 2019, and he is the author of the More Than an A+ degree. Join me as we welcome my fellow classmate and Samson Cepeda up.
What's up, y'all? How y'all doing? Hey, come on, some energy. How y'all doing? I just want to let y'all know that if there is somebody out there more passionate than me about Southwestern Adventist University, I can guarantee you it's not real. Like, I'm super, super passionate about this place. I'm super passionate about what God is doing in here and has done here in my own personal life, and I'm excited for the opportunity to share with y'all my personal story, and more specifically, how my story and your story in a way may very well connect. And something I just want to mention is, before I get started, I don't want to confuse anybody this morning. For those that know, I'm a pastor, and at times I can easily preach, and that's just part of my nature and part of who I am. And so I just want to let you know that the stuff that I'm about to go over today is not salvational, right? I'm not diving into salvation, and this is not saying that, hey, what Pastor Samson is saying, like, this is do or die, like, I got to do this, like, this is the way God looks at, like, no. I am sharing with you my personal experience
And if it's of value to you, if you see something in it, then I encourage you to take it and make it your own. Does that make sense? And so I'm super excited to be able to share with you guys about college and how to get the most out of this place. I mean, for some of us that are here, the truth of the matter is our parents want us to be here. Is there any witnesses today, right? Like for some of us, our parents want us to be here. They want us to go to a good Adventist school and get a good Adventist education and meet a nice Adventist young girl or young boy. For many of us, we're here for that reason, right? We maybe wanted to go somewhere else, but we're here. And maybe for some of us, we signed up and we said, hey, I want to go to college and I'm ready for the college life. And then you got here and it wasn't quite what you expected. Maybe for some of us, it's a little bit dull, it's a little bit boring, it's a little bit, man, and for some of us, we're just ready for whatever's after this. It's like, yo, Samson, whatever's taking place, once I get that graduation degree, once I finish all of my academics, all my classes, once I sit through some of these assemblies, maybe for some of us, it's like, yo, one more year, I ain't got to. Right? And that's just the reality. We're sitting here and it's like, man, I just can't wait until I'm done. And then I can go out into the world and make a difference. Maybe do something important. Maybe get a job. Well, I'm here for one mission and one mission only. I'm here to help you see and learn how to get more. And I'm not talking about when you walk out the door. I'm talking about right here, right now. How to make the most out of this place. For so many of us, we come to university campuses just like this, and we have so much available to us at our fingertips. If we would just slow down for just a minute and see. And so the reality is there's some people here today that you don't really care to make a difference. You're just here to have fun. Well, I'm sorry, you're going to have to sit through a half an hour of this young African-American young man speaking up here. I'm sorry. But there's some people in here today that you do feel something deep down on the inside. You do feel like you want to make a difference in this world. You do feel like God has some type of call upon your life. You do feel like there's more to all of this. And so today, whether you're happy to be here or not, I'm talking to you. I'm talking to you today. And so I want to share a little bit of my story, but I want to make sure that you're taking into consideration your story as well. And I'm telling you, I know it's midterms and a lot's going on inside of our minds, and we're trying to just make it, but I'm telling you, if you could just slow down for a minute, we're going to see how we can get the most out of this place. So I want to fast forward a little bit because maybe for some of us, you've heard my name before. Like people maybe have mentioned, like when I came up here and spoke for Vespers, and it's like, oh, that guy, he was SA president. So no wonder this man's up here oozing and all excited. Like, yeah, you're crazy about this place. But I want to give you a little bit of context to the journey of me becoming SA president, just so that you can get a little bit of a glimpse of the real life that took place in the background, and not like the real life in the aspect of highlights. That was for those who were at Vespers last time I was here. So when somebody came up to me and said, and this is me waking up in the morning, and as I woke up in the morning, I had no, like somebody could come up to me and say, Samson, what does SA stand for? And I'd be like, seriously athletic? I don't really know. And so they're like, I'm moving through my day, and all of a sudden, I have a friend that comes up to me and says, Samson, you should be SA president. You see a big, tall, excited, hype dude up here, but ask Pastor Russ when I first came to SWAU. He'll tell you. I'm looking at this like, are you serious, me? Are you serious, me? Nah, bro, you joking. I'm good. And I moved on. And I had another person come up to me, hey, man, you should do it. I'm telling you. I'm like, nah, bro, I'm good. Dude was a clown. He always played around and so I'm like, dude, whatever. And finally I had another person come up to me and say, man, you should do it. And I said, all right, God, I don't know what's going on anymore. Apparently it was the last day, and I said, okay, I'm willing to try this thing out. I'm willing to see. I'm willing to inspect. And this was what's crazy. For a lot of us, we maybe come into universities and colleges with these preconceived ideas of who we are and what we can do and what we're capable of. But it's not until we actually take these little tiny baby steps of faith and trust. Let me tell you something. Being president was phenomenal, but let me tell you what was more phenomenal than being president. What was more phenomenal than being president was seeing for myself that I didn't have to be president to do anything I did. Anything I did on this campus, I did not have to be a president to do it. And so after this person came up to me and told me that, I said, okay, I'm willing to put in my name. I'm willing to share. I'm willing to dive down this road. And as I dove down this road, what was interesting, just again, so that you get context, I knew nothing about essay. I knew nothing about student government. I knew nothing about how anything ran. And I'm sitting here trying to come up with a speech as to what to say to these people. Why should they elect me? And so I come up, and you know what I told them? I said, I just want to let you know that I have absolutely no idea what I'm doing. That's what I told him. I said, I have no clue what I'm doing up here. Zero. But God has taken me through some places before in my life that I didn't know what I was doing, and it worked out. And somehow, they voted yes. I had one person that came up to me and said, Samson, I just want to let you know that you're the first president that actually admitted they didn't know what they were doing. Felt like I could trust you. I was like, Lord have mercy, is this how it works? Like, I have no idea. And so, as soon as this happened, and this is where the gold starts to come out. As soon as this happened, as soon as I was elected, I was like, wow, this actually is happening. I guess it's serious. I have absolutely no idea what I'm doing. And so now I got to try to maybe figure this thing out a little bit. And so I absolutely had no clue. And so this is what I started to do. I said, you know what? I may not know, but somebody else has to know. Somebody else has to know how this thing works. So I began to go from office to office. And I would sit down and I would say, hey, my name is Samson, and I just want to let you know that I have absolutely no clue what the SA president does or how this thing works, but I'm sitting here because I'm hoping that you may have some ideas. I'm hoping that maybe you have some insight. Maybe we've worked with you before in the past. How does this thing work? And I went from office to office to office to office doing this. And I went into one office, and it was Dr. Rosenthal. I remember sitting in her office and just saying, hey, how does this thing work? How do we relate together? And you know what she told me? She said, I have no idea either. This Jones never happened to me before. I've never been in this situation. I never had the SA president sit in front of me. But she said, I could tell you one thing. And this is the one thing that I really want to get across that she mentioned. She said, but what you're doing is smart. I said, why? I feel like this exposes how dumb I am. She says, no, what you're doing is smart. She said, you're coming into all these offices and you're getting the one thing that's most important. She said, knowledge. You just knowing what people do, knowing how things work, this is knowledge. And then she proceeded to say that knowledge is power. Knowledge is power. That's what I'm coming here to tell y'all. Talk about getting more. Knowledge is power. Knowledge is power. As soon as this switch flipped in my mind, I began to realize that this right here is it. This is the beauty of college. This is the beauty of university. The beauty of university and college is the endless access to knowledge. Who has knowledge? Teachers, professors, staff members. I'm telling you right now, I want you to just think about it in your mind. Whatever dream that you have, whatever impact that you want to make, even if you don't know what it is, I just want you to just hone in on that feeling, hone in on that thought, whatever's on the inside of you that you feel like has to come out. Like you know that God has created you for more than where you're at right now. I want you to hold on to that thought and that reality. I want you to squeeze it. And then remember this, that you cannot do it by yourself. Whatever dream, whatever vision, whatever concept, whatever impact, you cannot make that impact by yourself. God has placed you in a place where you have endless access to knowledge. Endless. You got staff members and professors that are all around here, endless access to knowledge. And let me tell you something, it even goes further beyond, because every staff member, every faculty that is on this campus knows somebody outside of this campus. And it goes further. If we would just take the time to I'm telling you, if we would just take the time to sit in some of these offices and just share a little bit of our vision, if we would just share just a little bit of our vision of the impact that we feel like God's calling us to make, we're set up with the staff and faculty around us that could actually make those things come into existence. And even if you don't know what it is, we're surrounded with staff and faculty members that could help us to learn and to find out what it is. But this is the problem. The problem that we run into is, for a lot of us, we want to make impact out there before we make impact in here. Like we're more passionate about getting our diploma and saying, listen, I got my degrees, I got it with my C's, we making it, now I'm ready to go out there and make impact. We're ready for that. We're bigger than SWAU. No, I'm telling you right now, if you want to make impact out there, it starts by making impact right here. It starts by making an impact right here. And that's why I'm so crazy about the story of Joseph. Like this is a man who said, listen, whether I'm serving in the palace, or whether I'm heading to the prison, or no matter where I'm at, I am going to make the most out of it. I'm going to get so much out of it that God's going to see my faithfulness, and we're going to be good. But for so many of us, we're saying, no, I'm ready to go. I'm ready to. Listen, if you're not ready, if you're not serious about making impact in here, you're not going to make it out there. And that's why I have this strong belief. I have this insane, crazy, strong belief that in order to make an impact in the world, it starts on a campus. It starts on a campus. I don't care what it is that you're doing. I don't care at all what it is that you do. I don't care what degree you have or what you're going towards. It does not matter. If you want to make an impact in the world, it starts on the campus. Why? Because if you can affect one campus, then you can affect the city. Tell me that ain't true. If you make a positive impact on a campus, you can make a positive impact in a city. And if you make it in a city, you can make a positive impact in the whole state. And if you do it in a state, then you can make an impact in the country. And if you make it in the country, then you can make it in the world. And what's crazy is social media and the internet has made this world so much smaller where if you're really active about making an impact here, you will make an impact out there. And so it starts here. And so here we get an opportunity to connect with staff and faculty. Here we get an opportunity to grow in wisdom and knowledge. And I'm telling you, like, there's so many things that a university has to offer like this one. Like, did you know that they bring in people out here for workshops? Okay, this is a cheesy dude right here. Okay, it's cool beans. He's good, right? But they bring out legit professionals in the field to come out for workshops. People that we can have opportunities to get their contact information or to stay in touch, and we have no idea what that value will produce down the road. Absolutely no idea what that value will produce down the road. It will produce value down the road. I'm standing here with a testimony as a witness to tell you that the relationships that you make here follow you out there. Not necessarily the grades all the time, right? Like people don't ask me like, hey, what's your GPA, right? Like, and we hear that often. It's true, they don't. I thought it was a fairy tale, but you get out there, they don't ask you what your GPA is. But what's more valuable is being able to tell people like, oh yeah, I worked with Pastor Russ. What's more valuable is to say, oh yeah, President Patterson, yeah, we was cool. What's more valuable is to say, oh yeah, they helped me with a project. That's more valuable. And you have the opportunity to do that here. And so we talk about making impact. And we talk about getting connected with staff and faculty because they have the knowledge and they can hook it up. When I started as SA president, I didn't even really know what to do. Like, I had absolutely no clue. I was like, so how does this work? What do I do? And you can ask Renika, she'll tell you. I used to sit in Renika's office like, yo, I need the blueprint. I need to figure out how to do this. I need the wisdom. I need the guidance. And you know what she told me? She's like, you know what I always thought our school needed? She's like, I always felt like our school needed a service day. It's like, I always felt like the school needed a service day. And as soon as she said it, she lit a flame up in here. I was like, you're right. You're right. Like, knowledge, faith, service. Yeah, we need a service day. It makes sense. And again, even when it came to that, even when it came to setting up something like a service day, I didn't know how to do it. But I surrounded myself with the staff and with the faculty, with the students that knew how. I surrounded myself, and I'm telling y'all, like this right here, we're talking about making an impact on this campus before we go out there. We talk about doing something here before we go out there. I'm telling y'all got this. Listen, when somebody graduates from a university and then they come back, they usually say, I don't know anybody. They usually say that. I don't know anybody anymore. Sometimes you say that as seniors, right? Like, I don't know anybody anymore, right? Like, that happens, right? Like, yo, what happened to everybody? All these new young bloods. Let me tell you something. I'm so blessed, and I think God set this up for a reason, where I had opportunities to come out, and I got the opportunity to meet a lot of y'all. I got an opportunity to grab some names. I got an opportunity to get just a little bit, just a little touch, and I can tell y'all right off the bat that you guys are talented. You guys got gifts. You guys got dreams. There's things that y'all want to do that is, and I will say this, that is way outside of SWAU's bracket. Like, y'all got real dreams. But let me tell you something. Just because the dream appears big for SWAU does not mean you can't bring it here. It doesn't mean that you can't practice here. It doesn't mean that at all. Like you're talent, you have an opportunity to bring something to this campus. Did y'all know, let me tell y'all something. Did y'all know the things that we enjoy on this campus? There was a point when this stuff didn't exist. There was times when there was no sports teams. There was times when there was no essay. There was times when these things weren't around, when there was no enactors, there was no opportunity, workshops coming on campus for what? There was a time when this stuff didn't exist. And somebody thought of it and said, yo, this has to come here. Somebody was passionate enough outside. They saw something outside. They're like, oh, man, they're doing this at that campus. We should bring it here. They're thinking maybe intuitively, maybe it was innovation. It was creativity. They said, yo, this thing needs to happen. This thing needs to come to existence. And they said, I'm going to bring it here. I'm going to make this my place of experimenting and seeing if it could last and seeing if something can make it this place. I'm telling y'all, it's y'all that makes this school. And so if you're in here and you're saying, yo, this is dull, if you're in here and you say it's boring, if you're in here and you're saying like, yo, there's more that needs to happen. SWAU doesn't have this. If you can see it, that means that's God's vision for you. That means that's God's vision. You're complaining, but God's saying, I'm calling you. And so, listen, I'm telling y'all, and I'm fast forward through some stuff. My senior year, and I'm telling you, whatever job, whatever thing you want to do, and I don't care even if you're a nursing major, you have some hobbies. You have something that you have some flavor that you can bring to this campus. Some of the nursing majors, and I just want to let y'all know, I pray for nursing majors. We praying for y'all. We know it's a lot. But I'm also here to tell you that like, hey, even if you're a nursing major, no matter what job, no matter what occupation, no matter what you're going into, you have an opportunity to bring something to this campus, and maybe it's only for a day, but I can guarantee you it will make somebody's year. Even if it's for a year, I can tell you they'll talk about it for 10. Even if it's something that stands the test of time, and it's part of the natural system of SWAU, but I'm telling you, people will be blessed. And it'll give you the experience. And you will leave here and say, man, we did this. And it'll give you a level of confidence where you're like, man, wherever you go, you'll be confident in what you're doing. And so when it was my senior year, I remember having conversations with different students on campus. And one of the things that I noticed that was kind of off was, I was like, man, there's a lot of students on campus that don't really understand what it means to have a relationship with God. Like, just so you get the time frame, this was 3 to 4 weeks before school was out. And your boy was graduating. Like 4 weeks. And so I'm thinking to myself, man, there's a lot of students that don't really have a clear understanding. Like they think it's about this, they think it's about that, and they don't, there's a lot of layers on it, and I remember talking with some friends about it and saying, yo, there's something in the air, like something we got to flesh out when it comes to a relationship with God. And just for the context, I'm a pastor, right? Or back then I was a Theo major, right? I'm a Theo major. I'm thinking everything in that context. And so for you, you can put it in the context of whatever it is that you're doing. But for me, it was like, yo, spiritually speaking, like I'm about to graduate. I'm a theology major. There's something I have to do that I should be able to add to this. Can't just graduate and leave the problem. What if God's calling me for the solution? And I sat down with some other theology majors, and I'm breaking this down to them, and I'm like, yo, I feel like we should do a series. I feel like we should do a series, and they're like a week of prayer? Like, yeah, like a week of prayer, but like right before Dead Week. Right? Like week of prayer, dead week, exams. I don't know. And they're like, yeah, that's a little close though. Like it's next week. And I'm like, yeah, but I really feel like we need to do something. We got to do anything. We just got to do something. And so eventually, we got together. We're like, all right, let's do this. It's going to be nice. It's going to be hype. We're ready. And so we're like passing out these flyers. I'm talking with Pastor Russ. I'm sitting with Professor Swoops. And we're getting together a little team. We got somebody to make cookies. And we're having our own little series. And I'm telling y'all, it was phenomenal. We had like 30 students that came out of nowhere. This is last minute. And people were touched, they were blessed, people were freed, they saw stuff, and I was like, yo, this is crazy. And when we graduated, I was like, man, that was a highlight for me. It was. And I thought, like, okay, we did that at SWAU, we put in work, it was nice, people were blessed, hey, solid. And then a year later, Pastor Russ was like, hey, can we get you and the guys to come out again for like a full-fledged week of prayer? And maybe some of y'all that are seniors, maybe you were there and you remember it, I don't know, but that was even more, it was crazy to imagine that something so small done at such a short time would actually go further than what we thought it would. And students got baptized, and it was amazing. Hey, listen, again, I'm talking from the context of a pastor. I'm talking from the context of a person that thinks with that spiritual lens. But there are people in here today where your desire is to do physical therapy. Well, what could you do for SWAU right now? Oh, you have a desire, you want to go into music? What can you do for SWAU right now? And again, you might be overwhelmed with like, what could I do right now? Well, you're in need of knowledge. You're in need of knowledge. If you don't know what to do right now, it's cool. When I was SA president, I had no clue what I was doing. No clue at all. But we went to the people with knowledge. I was like, I got to, because I don't have it. I don't have any ideas. I don't have any thoughts. I went to the people with knowledge. And so if you're sitting here today and you're thinking to yourself, what could I possibly do with my major here on this campus? Or maybe what can I do with my hobby or something that I'm passionate about? And even if it's not related, there was somebody I was talking to, a recent graduate that I was talking to. I'm not going to say their name, but she was involved in a club here on campus called Enactus. And she had the opportunity to organize a color run. She organized the whole color run, right? So she knew the ins and outs of how to make it happen. And she was like, oh, I was in the club, and we just did a little color run. It was nice. And then the job that she got is organizing events. Like, yo, you at Kettering organizing an event? I was laughing with her. I was like, yo, that's so crazy. Like, you was just doing that at SWAU? She's like, I know. Crazy. It is crazy, right? But this is the thing, y'all. This is the thing that a lot of people don't realize. Like, we're so quick to make moves out there, but I'm telling you, we got to make moves in here. We have no idea who knows who. We have no idea who I need to connect with, what professor I need to talk to, who I need to mentor me and show me the way. I'm still in contact with Pastor Russ. He could testify. I be calling this man. Like, hey, yo, I'm dealing with these church members. Help me. Yo, if I didn't have Pastor Russ, if I didn't have Buster Swoops as my mentors, I'll tell you what, I would be out of ministry. I would have quit. Trying to do this on my own? I'm telling y'all, right here, right now, you can get more than you can even imagine if you just took advantage of this campus. If you took advantage of some of these workshops, you have no idea who's coming to these workshops and where they'll be in 10 years. You have no idea, like we're sitting on this side, y'all sitting on this side, y'all have no idea where they're going to be in 10 years, and y'all have no idea where they're going to be in 10 years. Yo, I'm telling you, it was Miss Sandoval, how do you say it? Sandoval. All right. Miss Sandoval. Like, we were classmates. And now I'm over here like, hey, listen, got this book, da-da-da-da. Hey, I'm thinking about, yeah, come out. We know each other. Yo, this is, y'all have no idea. We gonna sit here and be like, oh, yeah, no, they whatever. Like, yeah, they whatever, then they're your boss. You going up to them like, hey, man, I was wondering if I could take 2-week vacation with my spouse. Like, yeah, the way you treated me as Southwestern, I don't know what to say. I'm coming here, and I'm extremely passionate. I'm super excited. Again, Southwestern changed my life. It did. It changed my life. But it didn't change my life because I came here trying to get a degree. It didn't change my life because I was over here worried about my schoolwork. It changed my life because I took advantage of every single thing that this campus had to offer me. And sometimes looking back, I wish I would have got more. I wish I would have got more. And so, like this afternoon at 6 o'clock, I really want to help y'all. Listen, for those that don't know, I'm married, and I can't even count how many times I had to leave home just to go to different things for the conference, coming out here. Y'all saw me like how many times? I ain't trying to leave her for nothing. I ain't leaving that baddie. She mine. She mine. I'm just being real. Lord help us. But I came out here because I'm passionate about people getting the most out of their college experience. For real. I'm passionate about this stuff. I'm passionate, and my girl signs off and she says, go get him, babe. And so what I'm saying is, like, at 6 o'clock, we're going to have an opportunity to dive a little deeper. And I'm literally wanting to give you the blueprint that for me has been a blessing, and for countless others that I've helped, I've worked with, that I've connected with, as to how do you get the most out of this place? How can I grow in the aspect of how can I get mentors that I can call 2 years after I graduate for advice and assistance? You have no idea how much staff and faculty want to pour into you guys. They do. They're looking for opportunities. And so, again, at 6 o'clock, we're going to go through the blueprint. How do you connect with mentors? How do you engage a campus? Maybe for some of us, we're a little shy and we want to break out, but we want to do it gently. Again, this is the type of stuff we're going to be going over at the workshop. Whatever the case may be, I encourage you to come out, because we're going to show how engage the world to change the world. And it even goes deeper to engage a campus to change a campus, and engage a city to change a city, right? Like, this is what we're about. And so I encourage y'all to get connected. I got some books here as well. I don't know if there's some students that maybe didn't get books, maybe you're sophomore or junior, you didn't really get a book. Then I encourage y'all to come down to the front. I got books here. I don't want anybody leaving here without an opportunity to grow in college. I don't want anyone leaving here without an opportunity to really learn how to get the most out of this place, because you're here. God has you here. He's implanted within you a vision or goal, and this right here is an opportunity for us to get more out of this place. So again, I encourage y'all to get connected. I got a QR code. I don't know if they're going to put it up, but if y'all want to scan the QR code and we can connect on that level, whichever the case may be, I want to stay connected. Is it all right if I have a quick prayer? I saw you getting up. I thought you was... Am I going long? I don't even know. All right, we're going to have a quick word of prayer, and I just want to pray a prayer of blessing over all of us here, that God just continues to work with us. Dear Heavenly Father, Lord, I just want to thank you so very much. I want to thank you for our time. I want to thank you for this opportunity that we had to just connect on a deeper level. And God, I just want to pray for each student that's here, that's either watching online or here in person. And God, we just want to pray and ask that by your grace and mercy that you may open our eyes to seeing how we can get the most out of Southwestern Adventist University. God, you brought us here for a reason, and we know without a shadow of a doubt that if we are faithful, Lord, to just hearing your voice and walking with you, we are going to be able to get the most out of this place. Bless us, keep us, cause your face to shine upon us. Father, is our prayer, and we pray with all our heart. In Jesus' precious and holy name, amen.
Thank you so much, Samson. We are very happy you were here. I don't know how many of us was blessed, but I know I was extremely blessed. We hope to see everyone, just a little reminder, we really hope to see everyone today at 6. Just take a little break from studying. We know it's midterms, and some of you have those last-minute tests. Take a break, and
I just want to say that you can only do this if you actually know the person. I'm just saying. Anyways, but I just want to say real quick, for those of you, I forgot to say this, sorry, all right, for those of you that you're struggling with your midterms, or like halfway through the semester, you don't know if you can make a comeback, I will show you a foolproof method to make a comeback in any class. Doesn't matter what the grade is. If you come tonight, I'll share it with you. I'm so sorry, I forgot. If you come tonight, I'm going to show you how to make a comeback. And I promise you, this has worked several times and it's gold.
well, we want to know what that secret is, so make sure to come at 6, get a free drink, take a break, and we hope to see you there. Bring a friend. We have plenty for everyone. Thank you, guys. You're dismissed. There is free books.